Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long goes 1975. A YouTuber's on the rise. Reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends used to bug him. Long goes 1975.
This is the Empire Strikes Back for the Commodore 64. I'm playing this on my C64 Mini. It's 2022, but I believe it's been in development for a while. Homebrew by Megastyle. I'll put a link to where you can download it in the doohickey down below. You can download it as tape, you can download it as disc, and you can download instructions. But if you are familiar with what this is, you will not be needing instructions. That SID chip music is amazeballs, and that's a really nice picture. This is a remake of the original Empire Strikes Back game for the Atari 2600, released what, 40 years ago, around about the time of the movie Empire Strikes Back. Also released on the Intellivision. Basically, it's a side-scrolling grinder. Make no mistake about it, it's a grinder where you fly from right to left or left to right, destroying ATSTs and AT-ATs to stop them destroying the shield generator that's protecting your ships, leaving the planet Hoth, you know, a la that scene from Empire Strikes Back. So what they've done is they've given us a whole new lick of paint and, you know, done what they could do with the Commodore 64 to make it look as shiny and fantastic as possible. Is this going to be for everyone? No, not really. It's very much, even though it's been given a new lick of paint, haven't actually played it yet though, to be fair, a game of its time, you know, limited resources and things like that. You can think about the Atari 2600 and the Intellivision. So yeah, if you have nostalgia for the original or you like old games like that, then no doubt this will be right up your alley. I just like the fact that they've remade it, and that it's actually got the original Empire Strikes Back logo there, because one thing that pissed me off about when the special editions came out and stuff like that, that all the poster art and box art, specifically the titles, got dicked around and changed, because that's iconic to me and that's how I remember it as a kid. Borrowed my mate Elmer's, that wasn't his real name, his name was James Elms, we called him Elmer Fudd, and then we just called him Fudd. Thought you should know that. Yeah, borrowed Fudd's 2600 Junior when I had a Mega Drive in like 1990, and this was one of the games that came with it, because I remember, like, you know, the big deal this was when it came out, because, you know, it was Parker Brothers' first game on the 2600, but it was a Star Wars game. It was a Star Wars game. Is this the first Star Wars game? I want to say it is. By all means, correct me down below. So, let's get into this bad boy. Okay, that's cool. That's really cool. Right, okay, here we go, title screen. The Empire Strikes Back Star Wars. Look at those effects. That's just fantastic, isn't it? Look at it. And also, listen to it. Holy shit. Okay, so here's the deal. 100 points, 200 points, 20 shots to take down an ATST. Chicken Walker. That looks awesome. AT-AT Walker, 1,000 points, 30 to 50 shots, or, yeah, there's an exhaust hatch, isn't there? Either above his head or below his head. That's based on the 2600. Don't think there were probe droids or smaller droids in the 2600. Were there chicken walkers, or was it just AT-ATs? Well, we call them AT-ATs. There's that whole argument, isn't it? I call them AT-ATs, but I'm constantly being corrected and saying that but people saying they should be called AT-ATs, but fuck it. It's my video. They're AT-ATs. So there's been some spit and polish on this so far. Both visually and audibly. Boom. Scouts from the West, stage 1. There's a night cycle, I believe, as well. I may have repeated myself. I don't know. Fire. Right, there's me. Shield generator, top right, score, top left, lives in the middle, and there's my shield. At the bottom is the radar, so this is just like the Atari 2600, only look at it! No time, thank God for that. There, where'd you land? I'm sure you land to replan your shield. Oh, can I fly underneath him? Yes, I can! Right. and they can fire backwards. That's how I did it back in the day. You just fly up and down. You lock the door and hope they don't have blasters. See what I did there? Yep. Grinder be thy name. This looks fantastic. I don't know how long. Look at my health. Shield. I get the feeling this is going to be bloody hard. But to be fair, the original game was bloody hard. Assuming that, obviously, you get points, you know, for destroying shit. There must be extra lives you can get. And I'm guessing then, does it run in... oh, use that button, Dave. Run in a continuous loop? Right, you can see the little blips in the radar at the bottom of the screen. Come on, get some of this in your face. This is lovely looking. Again, it pretty much plays exactly the same. Well, pretty much. It plays exactly the same. I think they took that guy... Well, I don't think you could... Oh, shit. I don't think you could do that. So probably use your invincibility to the max. Yeah, you pretty... Stage clear. Oh, Rebel Transport. I still have the box toy of that upstairs. So it's done in stages. I should have realised it's done in stages. It said stage 1 at the start. Does that mean it doesn't go in a constant loop? I don't know. Should we press far? Yes, we should. Stage 2, I skipped it so I didn't see what the... Oh, hello. The line is, you know, the quote from the movie. Right. That's where... the exhaust port will be. Exhaust vent. The exhaust port is from the Death Star, Dave. Get your shit together. Get your shit together. Should have updated it and given us tow cables. No, they shouldn't, Dave. Then it would have been nothing like the original. A shot tally would be nice, but again, that would be nothing like the original. I'm pretty sure the exhaust vent was on the face of them in the 2600 video. I have a gameplay of it. I think I did it for its 30th anniversary, and that was 10 years ago. Yes, I've been knocking around for 10 years. Oh, look at that. 10 plus years on YouTube. Who knew? Look at my health. So when do we get... Oh shit, bollocks. When do we get shit bollocks? When do we get probe droids? Some sort of turbo switch would be in order. I'm getting a run up. Makes no difference though, to be fair. This is what I did, I think, on the 2600. I'm assuming the Intellivision looked exactly the same. I don't know, I've never actually seen it on the Intellivision. Guessing it was a straight port. Yeah, like I said, I remember. I must have seen it on a news programme or something. Being a first Star Wars game, I guess it would have made it a big deal. But yeah, I remember a big deal. It was Empire Strikes Back on the 2600. Well, the other games. There was Jedi Arena, which you had to have the paddle controls for. That was with Fudd's console as well, and he had the paddle controls. But to be perfectly honest, no one had a fucking clue what you had to do in that game. I know it was like deflect laser bolts from, you know, whatever that little floaty shield disc ball thing was. You know, from the, you know, the bit where everyone trains Luke for the first time in Star Wars. Something to do with that. Oh, that's wicked cool. But me and my brothers, we had no Scooby what we were doing. And then the other game that was on it was Star Wars Death Star Attack, which I remember seeing in a second-hand store when we were on holiday in Westwood Ho. Stage 3, a shift, no, what was it? A shift attack? A swift attack, or, yeah, sorry, your H and your W font, they look the same. I do like the way, you know, the letters glow. But yeah, we saw it in a second-hand store in Westwood Ho, the other place I talk about had great arcade games. But I never played that version, but it was on the ZX Spectrum, and it was released by, it wasn't made by Sinclair. Oh, Probe Droid! Why am I so excited? Yeah, it wasn't made by Sinclair, but it was released by them, so it would have been like 1983 or something. And it is what it is, it's a port of the 2600. Maybe I should do a gameplay of it. I always thought no one would be interested. But it's a Star Wars game, so maybe I should. I'm determined, right there. Wait. No. How do you replay your shields? I know you could on the 2600, but yeah. But we played it as a kid because it was a Star Wars game. And for some reason, we didn't know anyone who had the Domart games, so we could tape to tape them. My brother got Return of the Jedi when it was released. I forget, was it on Hit Squad, the budget label? I am aware my commentary is distinctly un-Star Warsy now. It's all over the shop, but hey, it's me. Yeah. But so it was a Star Wars game, Death Star Attack. So, you know, that's why we wanted to play it. To some degree, Death Star Interceptor was, even though it wasn't official, it wasn't licensed, but it clearly was supposed to be a Star Wars game. We quite like that. Let's be honest though, Star Wars games didn't get good till the N64. Then, having said that, I had a PC with a Voodoo 3, so I played Rogue Squadron on my PC, and it was amazeballs, as was Episode 1 Racer. I love the N64 version of Episode 1 Racer. I've got the remake on my Xbox One, but I don't know, there's just something about the charm of the original. I have gameplays of both of those. If you go to the search bar at the top of my front page on YouTube and just type in Star Wars, I've got a whole bunch of stuff Star Wars related, because it's such a big part of my life, not just as, you know, games, but as the movies. There are only 6 movies, and there are no TV shows. Although I kind of like the 2 TV movies of Ewok. But yeah, Disney never made anything, doesn't exist. You might think they did, you're just confused. Disney did not fuck up anything by making shit Mary Sue based Star Wars. Oh, the music is just... Not only have they done a fantastic job with the visuals, but the music is amazing as well. I'm not telling you my middle name, sorry. Not sorry. Look at that! Amazing. One more quick go. Is this worth getting? Well, it's free. And, you know, mega props to them for doing this. Well done. Absolutely well done. It looks fantastic. Would it have been as good as this on the Commodore back in the day? I don't know. I don't know. But cool that they've done it. And there are slight updates, as in you get X. I'm pretty sure they weren't in the original version, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, it's Empire Strikes Back. Like I said, if you like the original, if you're old of a certain vintage and have nostalgia for the original, or owned it back in the day, then you'll like this. But make no mistake, it's a grinder. I keep pressing the wrong button, which is remarkable when you think about it, Dave, because this pad only has 4. Oh look, your little rocket thingy. Do you like my tactics? This is how, of course, they did defeat the Empire on Hoth. Well, they didn't, but you know what I mean. They got their craft away. Between, you know, doing this and the big nipply laser thing. Again, this is how I did it back in the day. Obviously, I've not lasted long enough for you to see a day and night cycle. You're going to have to do some grinding yourself. But I recommend it. Like I said, I'll put a link to where you can get it in the doohickey down below. And yeah, if you like Atari 2600 Star Wars, get some of this in your life. You'll like it. I mean, visually, it's fantastic, isn't it? Look at the parallax. Look at the colours. Look at your craft. I mean, look at it, Marge. Look at it. And the attention to detail. You know, as in it being a port with, you know, your... Well, you could argue that your radar's not really a quintessential, you know, thing you need to play the game, because essentially fly from right to left and just keep going until there's something to shoot, essentially. But isn't that how all modern war grand battles happen? What do I plan, Sarge? Just keep going until there's something to shoot. Can do, Sarge. Just obviously with bigger and more expensive and different weapons. Anyway, the Empire Strikes Back on the Commodore 64. I thoroughly recommend it. And as always, I'd love to know what you think, especially if you played this. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.